WNBA journalist calls out top coach for lies over Caitlin Clark coverage feud. It has been a little over a year since the Paris Olympics, but Caitlin Clark's snub is still making conversation. The reigning roadie may have said, "Hey coach, they woke a monster," and moved on to focus on the 2028 games, but the feud it birthed has refused to die down. This time, though, it involves truth-seeking. Coming off a historic college career, with back-to-back championship appearances, and as the all-time leading scorer, it was a given that Caitlin Clark was going to make the Olympic roster. In the 11 games she had played until then, the Fever sensation had averaged 15.6 points and 6.3 assists. And in the next 15 games that followed, she put up 18.2 and 9.5 assists. USA Today journalist Christine Brennan was just one among the thousands who couldn't fathom the snub. So, in pointing fingers, one was towards Cheryl Reeve. It so happened that, just around the time of the roster selection, the Lynx coach was out making tweets that wouldn't exactly sit well with CC faithful. In the first, she reposted a WNBA post promoting Indiana's game with Dallas and wrote, "Also in action tonight, at Minnesota Lynx versus at Chicago Sky 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, asking fans to tune in via the Lynx app since there wouldn't be any other streaming." When a fan asked why it was not being shown, another replied, "Because they only care about Caitlin." That comment received a nod from Reeve. Brennan, who knew Cheryl Reeve was going to be the U.S. team coach, did not let that slide. Just stunningly bad behavior by Cheryl Reeve, tweeting at and about Caitlin Clark. How is Reeve's behavior okay with the Olympic and Paralympic Committee and USA Basketball that its coach is actively tweeting and going on social media about someone who is in the selection pool? She said on the Adam Gold Show while discussing her book, On Her Game, Caitlin Clark and the Revolution in Women's Sports. When Reeve responded, she called Brennan's work fiction and accused her of not being thorough. If Christine Brennan were being thorough and a legitimate reporter in this situation, she would have gotten full context, she had said. Now in this back and forth, the columnist has a response, countering Reeve's claims. She said at one point in that appearance, she had that I didn't do the due diligence. "Oh, I so did the due diligence," Brennan voiced during her recent appearance on Livestream with Robin Lundberg. The journalist claimed that she tried contacting Reeve and Team USA multiple times, giving them an opportunity to explain the decision. But there doesn't seem to have been a response. So the lying, Robin, it makes me sad to say this because I like Cheryl Reeve. The lies are there, and anyone can find them and see them, Brennan added, referring to the messages she had left. Christine Brennan's On Her Game may have been flying off the shelves for the New York Times, but in the WNBA, it has hardly received a warm welcome. From Mbapa to Sarah Spain, the disagreements have been loud, but the author isn't backing away, and neither is Cheryl Reeve. She maintains that the tweets were unrelated to the decisions made regarding the Team USA roster, and all Brennan is doing is paint her a villain in her storytelling. Cheryl Reeve calls out Emma Meesman's latest WNBA decision. The head coach of Minnesota Lynx, Cheryl Reeve, didn't mince words when she addressed international basketball player and WNBA veteran Emma Meesman. Well, for the heads up, the athlete recently struck a deal with the 2024 WNBA champions, New York Liberty, foregoing Lynx and the Mercury, who were also said to be making an offer. Ahead of joining the franchise mid-season, Reeve heeded a warning to Meesman. In a press conference, the Lynx coach provided her opinion on the matter. She made the wrong choice, the head coach declared, indicating that the athlete should have chosen Minnesota Lynx instead. Her team is leading the 2025 WNBA regular games with 22 wins against just 5 losses so far. And who can deny the impressive .815 winning percentage? Probably Meesman can. And that is why she has agreed to join the overall second highest ranked team with a 17-8 win-loss record. Ironically, the sarcastic statement from Reeve came just a few hours ahead of the Liberty Lynx tip-off on Wednesday. As the two all-star coaches, Sandy Brondello and Cheryl Reeve, clash with their teams for their first showdown this season, it will be exciting to watch them battle it out on the hardwood once again.